Hello, and welcome to QACStage Pass. In this month's episode, we unveil the thought, a most curious tale involving telepathy and its ostensible power to predict a homicide. Will the concerned parties unravel the mystery in time to cheat death itself? Well, we shall see.
Now a word from our sponsors.
Are you sick and tired of being cooped up because of COVID-19? Why, you need a vacation. Introducing the Sequac Vacation Cabin, an easy-to-assemble home away from home designed to fit perfectly into your backyard, driveway, or personal survival bunker. Sequac, the soothing escape for quarantining in absolute comfort, comes with optional features such as mask dispensers, social distancing radar, automated curfew alert, and COVID zombie zapper. Order yours today. Sequac is not responsible for anything that may or may not happen to you or anyone you care about, either inside or outside a Sequac Vacation Cabin. Stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure and amazement, the 78 Club presents the Great Marlowe, the Mental Marvel. Gifted with a seventh sense, the Great Marlowe reads your mind, knows your every thought. Now I warn you, if you have a secret you don't want him to know, just don't think about it.
Thank you. Frankly, I can't explain the performance you're about to witness. Science, without explaining it, calls it telepathy. Thought transference.
Yeah, well, I calls it hokum.
The gentleman calls it hokum. Maybe, we will see. Now, everybody, I want you to think and really concentrate about an object or a person. Concentrate. Think hard. I have a thought. Someone is thinking of the initials SG. Will the person thinking of SG please rise?
I've been thinking SG.
Thank you. Young lady, you're concentrating on the name Stanley Green. Is that correct?
Why, yes.
And Stanley is in the Army, right?
Yes, he's a sergeant.
And you want me to tell you Stanley's serial number. It's 3400767. Is that correct? I have another thought. Someone is thinking of murder. Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me a moment. I have to stop this performance. Believe me, it's important. I will be back very shortly.
I told you it was hokum. What happened, Professor? You forgot your code?
Where's the phone book? Bill. What was the message? Kill Bill Billings.
Hello?
Hello, I'd like to speak to Helen Billings.
Oh, this is Mrs. Billings?
Helen Billings?
Yes. Who's this?
My name is Marlowe, the mind reader, performing at the 78th Club. A few moments ago, during my act, I received a thought that is vital to you. Are you alone?
Yes.
Do as I say, please. You must listen carefully. Lock all your windows and doors, and don't let anybody in under any circumstance.
If this is someone's idea of a practical joke, well...
This is no joke, Mrs. Billings. Someone in this nightclub is planning to kill you.
Hello?
This is Mildred, Helen. I just got in.
Oh, I've been trying to get you for over an hour. I know it's very late, but could you come over?
Helen, what's the matter? The maid said you've been calling every 10 minutes.
Oh, Mildred, I'm so frightened. I'm alone here.
Oh, where's Jack?
He's out of town and it's Mary's night off, Mildred. Oh, I don't know what to do.
What's wrong? You sound so frightened.
Mildred, come over right away, please.
Why, Helen, what in the world has happened? Jack is out of town often, and you've never batted an eye over being alone. Now, when Harry passed away, you were such a rock and so strong for me.
Mildred, please listen to me.
Well, of course, Helen. I'm listening.
Oh, Mildred, I've received the most disturbing phone call from a gentleman from the 78 Club who claims...
Helen?
Oh,
Helen, what happened? What's wrong with you? What gentleman?
oh, Jack.
Helen? Helen, are you all right? Look, I'll be right over. I don't understand any of this, but I'm coming.
No, Mildred, it's all right now. Jack's home.
Oh, Jack's home.
Well, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Well, all right. If you're absolutely sure.
Yes, Mildred, yes. Everything will be all right now. Jack is home. Thank you.
Well, all right. Good night.
Oh, Jack.
What's the matter? What happened, darling?
I'm so glad you're home.
Helen, for goodness sake, what is it? Pull yourself together, darling. I'm here now, Helen. Everything is all right. Now, what is it, darling?
Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you're home. It's been awful and I didn't expect you. And when I heard the door.
I finished my business in New York sooner than planned, and I thought I'd surprise you. Then I met Fred Hamilton on the train coming home, and you remember Fred from the golf club? Well, we stopped off for a drink downtown.
Of course I remember Fred, that notorious flirt. Oh, Jack, you should have called me.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did try. About 11, just as we were leaving the 78 Club.
11? Well, I received a call. The 78 Club. You were there.
Yes, I just told you. I met Fred. He invited me in for a drink, and what is it, darling?
Oh, no, nothing. Nothing. I'm all right now.
Something is wrong, Helen. What is it?
I guess I was just frightened being alone.
You've been alone before, Helen, many times.
Yes, but that call.
What call?
Well, the police. There was a robbery in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's it. That's why the door was double locked. Well, darling, there's nothing to worry about now. I'm here. All right?
Yes, Jack, you're here. Nothing to worry about.
There, that's better. A good night's sleep, and you'll be as good as new.
Yes, Jack.
Now, you just relax, darling. I'll go to the kitchen and make you a nice cup of warm milk.
Yes, of course. Thanks, Jack. Paul, it's Helen. Did you get my message? I called twice.
Well, yes, but I just got in and I thought you'd be asleep by now. Well, what is it, Helen?
Paul, you must help me, please. Please, Paul. There isn't much time.
There isn't much time for what? Helen, what's the trouble?
He's going to kill me.
What the? Well, who's going to kill you?
Oh, Jack's going to kill me. He came home tonight.
He's home? I thought he was away on business. He was supposed to stay overnight in New York.
Well, he finished early and came home, and he's going to kill me.
Oh, Helen, what are you talking about? What makes you think Jack, your husband for heaven's sake, is going to kill you?
Paul, you must believe me.
Now, listen, Helen, you've probably just had a bad dream. You say Jack is there?
Yes, please. Oh, you must believe me. I know what he's going to do.
Well, we'll straighten this thing out. Let me speak to Jack.
No, no, you mustn't.
Helen, whatever happened to give you such an idea? You know you can trust me with anything. I'm worried about you.
Oh, please. He's coming now. You'll never see me again. Alive. Goodbye, Paul.
Helen, Helen, please don't hang up. Helen!
Don't bother folding up the dresses, Mildred. Just throw them in.
Helen, why am I throwing your clothes and your dresses into your suitcase? And what was that phone call about last night?
Don't ask questions, Mildred. Hurry. Here. Close the suitcase. You finish packing the other suitcase. I'm going down to get the car out of the garage.
I still don't understand what this is all about. Stop being so mysterious and tell me what's going on.
I will, Mildred, I promise. As soon as...
Good morning, Helen. You look surprised to see me.
But Mildred said you'd gone. I didn't expect...
Well, I saw you pull out of the driveway as I arrived.
I decided to come back. Suitcases? I see I caught you just in time.
I was just going over to Mildred's when she arrived here instead.
So early in the morning?
We have an appointment for golf.
Golf? Honey, in those clothes?
I will.
We change at the club and usually have lunch after. We could hardly lunch in our golf clothes, really, Jack.
Of course. You don't mind, Mildred. I'd like to speak with my wife, alone. Perhaps she could meet you at the club.
Helen, is that all right with you?
Well, I'd prefer if, you know...
I think perhaps it would be for the best. We can talk later. You really should spend some more time with your husband.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, Mildred. Goodbye. Were you planning an extended stay at the club's hotel?
What? Oh, you mean these suitcases? No. These are just some old clothes I thought I'd donate to the Salvation Army.
Darling, you're so nervous. It's all right. Everything is going to be fine. Helen, I'll tell you why I came back this morning. Frankly, I'm worried about you. Something's on your mind. I know it.
I'm all right.
Won't you tell me what it is?
Really, it's nothing.
Okay, now listen to me. I had some very important business to settle with Paul at the office this morning, but you come first. Helen, what is troubling you?
You saw Paul this morning?
No, I changed my mind and I came back. Helen, you need a rest. You and I are going away.
No, Jack.
Yes. Now there's no use arguing. I've already made a reservation for this weekend.
Where are you taking me, Jack?
Remember that cabin we stayed at 3 years ago?
Oh.
It will be wonderful. Just the two of us, all alone. We'll drive out there tomorrow, and there's no need to fuss either. Fancy club attire is not required where we're going. Just some old duds and my rifle.
Your rifle?
Yes, darling, my gun. The hunting season is on. The shooting at Lone Acres should be very good this year.
Now, Helen, what's this all about? You've been behaving so rashly. That phone call last night made no sense at all.
Paul, I had to see you.
All right. But why here at Luigi's? All the way across town.
It's safer here.
Safer than what? What's gotten into you? Please, Helen, you know you can tell me anything.
Jack's going to kill me.
Now, Helen.
He is, Paul.
Don't be ridiculous. That's what you told me last night over the phone. Yet, here you are. Quite alive after spending the night with a husband that was going to kill her.
He's changed his plan.
Oh, I see. And why, Mrs. Billings, is your husband going to kill you?
Because
Because people don't murder without a motive, Helen. So why in the world would Jack want to kill you?
because he's jealous of you.
Jealous? Jack jealous of me? He has no reason to be jealous. Does he?
He knows what we once meant to each other before I married him.
Why, of course he does. So what? Why? His winning you is a standard joke between him and me. Rivals in love, partners in business, and all that stuff. Come on, snap out of it. We're all grown-ups now and have moved on, right? I think I better talk to Jack about you.
No, Paul, you mustn't. Promise me you won't.
All right, Helen, if it's that important to you, I won't. But I really think you need to talk to him. By the way, is he out of town?
No, he's home. Why?
Well, we had a meeting this morning that he didn't show up for. Some rather important business to discuss.
He says he's concerned about me and came home. He wants to go away. Jack's taking me to Lone Acres tomorrow. He thinks I need a rest.
Lone Acres. Good. It's exactly what you need. Some time in the country with fresh air to clear your mind.
Oh, I'll never come back alive.
Now, Helen, for the last time, get a hold of yourself. Your imagination's overworked, that's all. You should go to Lone Acres for a rest. I really think it will do you a world of good. Everything will be all right. I promise.
All right. I'll go, but I'm frightened. So frightened. We will be alone and he will have his gun.
You know, Helen, sometimes I think I love this gun more than I love you. Look at her. Clean as a whistle and ready for the work at hand. Hey, the fog is lifting. You can see all across the valley. We'll get some hunting in today after all. Helen, what's the matter? You haven't said a word since breakfast.
I'm all right. I've been wanting to finish this story.
The Golden Goblet murders. You know, detective stories make me laugh. Now, if I was planning a murder, I'd use a gun, like this Springfield.
Really, Jack? How ridiculous you. Planning a murder?
Come on. This could be fun. And with all those books you read, you should be able to help me plan the perfect murder.
Well, I'm sure if I had a motive, I could.
Oh, we're just having some fun now. Now, let's say, for instance, I wanted to kill
Me?
All right. Say I wanted to kill you.
Oh, Jack, please. I don't want to play this game.
Now, let's see. We have to have a motive, don't we? I have it. The perfect motive. Jealousy.
Jealousy?
Yeah. I'm jealous of, I got it, Paul Allen. That's it. I'm jealous of Paul.
I told you, Jack, I don't want to play.
Come on, be a sport. Our murder plot is just beginning to get interesting. Now let's see, we'll need a locale. Oh, Lone Acres right here. What a perfect setting for the perfect murder. Now for the time.
Yes, Jack. When are you going to kill me?
Well, I shouldn't really tell you when I plan to kill you, but I'll give you a break. This afternoon, how's that? We'll be out in the woods hunting, no one near, no one to see what happened. The hunting season, a gunshot, you're dead, a regrettable accident, and there's the perfect murder. Helen, up this way here. Follow the path around the bend here.
Jack?
Yeah?
Would you mind if I went back to the cabin?
Helen, I'm gonna circle this hill. You wait right here for me.
Jack, Jack, please don't leave me here alone.
But doctor, I don't understand how it happened.
Now, Mr. Billings, it's really nothing serious. It's just a sort of flesh wound. Your wife is perfectly all right.
When may I see her?
Yeah, we can go in right now. You'll feel better knowing that you're there.
Helen, darling.
Huh?
Helen, it's me, darling. Jack.
Mrs. Billings, it's your husband.
Doctor, get him out of here. He's going to kill me. Please, doctor, you must save me.
Mr. Billings, perhaps you'd better leave the room a while.
All right, doctor. I'll wait outside.
Doctor, please don't let him in here again. You must believe me. He's planning to kill me.
Mrs. Billings, what happened was an accident.
Oh, that's what he wants you to think. He planned it that way, but it wasn't an accident.
Now, Mrs. Billings, it's natural in a case like this for you to imagine strange things.
Doctor, you think I'm crazy, don't you? But I'm not. I know what I'm saying. You yourself took the bullet out of my shoulder. Doesn't that prove he was trying to kill me?
On the contrary, Mrs. Billings. On the scene of the accident, they found your husband with a .32 caliber rifle in his hand. The bullet I removed from your shoulder was a .45 caliber pistol cartridge.
Mildred?
Helen, is everything all right?
Well, the doctor says the shoulder is okay now, but...
Oh, Helen, I'm so glad. So why do you sound so serious?
Oh, I'm just a little jumpy. Jack called to tell me not to wait up for him because he'll be home very late.
Well, you can't possibly still be worried.
Mildred, I found something, and I don't know what to do.
Well, what did you find, Helen?
I found this box of bullets downstairs in the study.
Bullets?
Yes, and this box here, .45 caliber cartridge.
45 caliber cartridges?
At the scene of the crime, they found a .32 caliber rifle in your husband's hands. The bullet I removed from your shoulder was a .45 caliber pistol cartridge.
I must see the great Marlowe. And when the doctor told me about the bullet he removed from my shoulder, I thought it was all a terrible mistake. I was even too ashamed to explain to Jack why I acted the way I did. Now, Mr. Marlowe, I'm sure what you told me over the phone that night is true. Someone is planning to kill me. My husband.
Are you sure the doctor said .45 caliber cartridge?
Yes, a .45 caliber cartridge, just like these that I found in the study.
Does your husband have a pistol?
I think so. He keeps his guns locked in the case. He has the only key. Mr. Marlowe, he tried once and failed. He will try again. You must help me.
All right, Mrs. Billings, I'll do what I can. Where's your husband now?
He's out on business. He said he would be home late.
Then we have to work fast. I go again at 9 o'clock. I want you to go home immediately and find some way to open that case your husband keeps his guns in. I will call you as soon as my act is over. Mrs. Billings, if you find a .45 caliber pistol in that case, I think we can put an end to this affair.
Hello?
This is Marlowe.
Oh, I opened the case, but there was no pistol.
Mrs. Billings.
And I've searched all through the house, and I can't find it anywhere. He must have it with him.
Billings.
What can I do? I can't stay here tonight.
Mrs. Billings, listen to me, please. You must come down here immediately. A few minutes ago, during my act, I received a murder thought again. Mr. Billings is in this nightclub.
My husband is there now.
Yes, you must come here immediately. Meet me in the dressing room, but be sure to come in through the back entrance and hurry.
All right, Mr. Marlowe.
Where am I supposed to be?
Oh, Jack, but he said you were standing there the whole time? You heard everything?
Enough.
It's not you. Then who is it at the 78 Club?
Me? The 78 Club? Helen, are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It's not you. Oh, yes, darling. I will tell you everything. I should have told you before. I wanted to. Oh, Jack, I need you so much. We must go and see the great Marlowe.
Now look here, Marlowe. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Mrs. Billings and I have told you everything.
Well, then explain to me why at the very moment I was standing in my own house listening to my wife talk to you on the phone, you were telling Miss Billings that I was in this club planning to kill her. Now, don't you see, Helen? This man is a cheap trickster. He's never seen me before. Why didn't you come to me when this all started, darling?
Well, I was afraid.
Because she thought you were the one, and so did I. That's why I assumed it was you sitting out there. Of course, I never saw you until you entered my dressing room a few minutes ago. You see, Mr. Billings, I have a telepathic mind, not a magic eye. I know what your wife and I have told you is hard to believe.
I don't know what your game is, but I'll find out soon enough. Come on, Helen. We're going down to police headquarters.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Billings. The police know about this. I've told them.
Huh?
The police are here now in this nightclub, Mr. Billings. Whether you believe it or not, your wife's life is in jeopardy. Someone in this nightclub is planning to kill her.
Please, Jack, just listen.
Perhaps this will convince you. You own a .45 caliber pistol with the serial number 75682.
Well, yes, that's right. It's the pistol I recently reported missing.
Why, yes. The police told me tonight.
Missing? Jack, you didn't tell me.
Well, darling, you've been so upset lately. I didn't want to cause you any more anxiety.
That pistol is in all likelihood the pistol which was used in Lone Acres in an attempt on your wife's life. Mr. Billings, that pistol was brought to this club tonight by the person who is planning to kill your wife. The police found it concealed in a coat pocket in the hat check room. Whoever claims that coat is Mrs. Billings' intended murderer.
Why would anyone want to kill her?
Who can it be?
We will soon find out. Mr. Billings, do you recall the night you were in this club? The night I first received the murder thought?
Yes.
That night, did you see anybody here, or were you with anyone that knows you and Mrs. Billings very well?
Well, let me see. I was here with Fred Hamilton, who's met Helen, but I wouldn't consider them close.
Well, I certainly hope not, Jack.
Well, yeah. Mildred was here with, wait a second, but no, it couldn't be.
We got him, Mr. Marlowe. Here he is.
Mrs. Billings, your intended murderer.
That's right. He was here the night you received the murder thought. He was here with
Mildred.
you all the time.
And it almost worked.
Yes, and all the clues were pointing to you, Mr. Billings.
But why? We were so friendly, the three of us.
Friendly? More than that, Paul Allen was hopelessly in love with you.
Helen, you broke my heart when you chose Jack over me. I've never stopped loving you.
All these years, we've been laughing at our standard joke. Rivals in love, partners in business.
All these years I've hated you, Jack. I was doing it so we could finally be together, Helen. I can't live without you.
Oh, Jack. Jack, I had no idea. He never gave any indication that we were anything more than, well, friends. You must believe me, darling.
Wait, you mean you weren't planning on killing her?
Of course not, you fool. I was planning on killing Jack.
But the telepathic message I received was someone planning to murder Helen Billings.
Jack.
There's someone we haven't considered yet.
Mildred.
Jack, I've loved you ever since I've set eyes on you. It was the only way we could be together.
Oh, well, I had no idea. She never gave any indication that we were anything more than, well, friends. You must believe me, darling.
Yes, well, yes, of course I do, darling.
And what better motive for murder than jealousy?
Mr. Marlowe, you're on.
From shadows and stillness, mystery weaves a web of strangest fascination. The mystery is a strange companion, a living memory. Until next time, goodbye.